Hi, Napple.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
You're good? You feeling good?
We have a secret.
We do have a secret, but really quick. Welcome to our podcast. This is Napples and Bananas. We are a amateur furry podcast, and I say amateur because we definitely did not plan this very well. We're really bad at this. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, do you want to reveal the secret?
Floofy, reveal thyself.
Hi.
Yay!
Hi.
So we have a special guest. It is Floofy Spearmint.
Yeah, it is me. I am green. Very, very green.
It's me. I'm green.
Haha, me green. So today's topic that we are going to be talking about with Floofy on the podcast is going to be one of two things. Floofy, which is main topic number one, and then also age verification. Give us your age. Are you 18 yet? Is age in the fandom. So, and the reason that we are talking about this, Napple, I know that it's past your birthday, but happy birthday.
Thanks. I'm old.
Yeah.
I turned 30.
It's so old.
I'm an old lady. I'm a great muscle now.
And Floofy, your birthday is next week.
Yep, next Friday. I am also old.
How old you turning?
32.
Me and Floofy just need to be buried.
Someone get them a wheelchair and a walker. They need to use them. And I'm 26, and I'm an October baby. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about Floofy. We're gonna get some information about Floofy. We are again an amateur podcast, and we're recording over Discord. So I'm sorry. That's what Discord is for. But do you have a question? Actually, let's save that question, like the one age question, until after we talk about Floofy. Floofy's important right now. We love Floofy.
I love Floofy.
Floofy, we
Aw.
love you.
I love you too.
So, really quick, go ahead and tell everybody what your persona is for those that don't know who you are.
So I am Floofy Spearmint on TikTok and pretty much anywhere else you're trying to find me. I actually created my Sona originally as a golden retriever, but down the line I really, really like curly tails. So I made one, so now he's a husky retriever.
I didn't know that. I thought you were, for some reason, I thought you were a Labrador, but I guess I just was like, aw, cute.
All I see is cute. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Aw.
So, Napple, do you want to ask the... Napple's burping on the podcast.
I'm so sorry.
Reported.
Oh,
Reported.
reported. Oh,
Yeah.
canceled.
Banned from podcast.
Oh.
Napple's going to start off with the other question. This is going to start questions.
Oh, was that your question?
That was my question.
Oh.
Yeah, that was pretty much one of my questions.
Okay, here's my question. So, for people who don't know, Floofy makes fursuits. He made his whole heckin' fursuit.
Yeah.
And he also made my new beans. So,
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
I forgot about that. Oh my gosh. I forgot that you
That
did
was
that
me.
movie.
I threw money at his face and he was like, Floofy magic, and then he went,
I forgot
So-
that you were magically like Napple paws, and everybody's like, Napple, did you get new paws? And Napple's like, yeah, I made like a whole video on it.
I
God,
did,
guys,
and nobody pays attention.
I don't even pay attention. I just work here.
I just work here, man. Okay, so my first question for Floofy is, what is your favorite piece of a fursuit to make versus your least favorite piece of the fursuit to make?
That's a good one.
That is a good one. Okay, favorite is beans. More specifically, hand paws, because I have made so many of them. Those were the first things I ever learned how to make. And
My brain, when you said beans, went to like Bush's baked beans, and I was like, "That's you just like making beans? Okay." I forgot that that's what paws are called, because I don't have beans on my paws, so they're paws.
You don't.
I can make you some with beans. I can do that.
No, otters don't have the beans.
this is your fursuits. It can be whatever you want.
No, I don't. I don't got beans. You're the greeno de beano. You gotta have the beanos.
Okay, fine, but I'm still gonna bug you about it later.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, but yeah, hand paws. They are my favorite thing to make because they're just super fun, and it's probably the thing I'm most familiar with making. And I love putting squeakers in them, even though Nappa didn't want squeakers, but that's okay.
Sorry.
Reported.
Still love you.
Napples reported.
Yay.
Yay.
Well,
Yay.
My
yay for
least
Floofy
favorite thing to
liking.
make, um, that's a bit difficult. I'd honestly have to say probably fursuit heads, which is funny because I'm
hard.
in the process of finishing one right now. And I only say they're the least favorite to make because they take the absolute longest. Because it's the
Yeah.
most important part of the fursuit. It's the part everybody's going to be looking at. And I have to be so crucial with every single little detail. And I'm my own worst critic. So I'm like, this little tiny thing, I see it, and anybody else be like, well, what are you talking about? I'm like, that right there. You don't see that? It's terrible. I need to fix
Right
it.
there. That missed little piece of fuzz. Right there.
That one. Do that
But
one.
the end result is definitely worth it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll go with this one. What's your favorite thing to do at a convention?
Favorite thing to do at a convention? Honestly, my favorite thing to do is literally just walk around because just wandering around in my fursuit, there's so many interactions of people that want to take pictures or want to hug, or even better when they actually recognize me.
Yeah,
And
that's the
I
best.
don't know, it just makes me all happy. I'm like, "Ee."
You
So
and
literally just
Napple.
wandering around the con space like a
You're
goober
a
is my
furry
favorite
who
thing to do.
doesn't like to fursuit, so you hush your butt.
Yeah, I know. If so, there's people. For me, I don't like fucking versing, and I said that in another episode. I just get too hot. If I didn't get hot, I'd be fine. At the last fur meet that we went to, which if you don't know what a fur meet is, it's just a public gathering of furries, either at a supermarket for some reason, or at a bowling meet, or your mom's house, or which we have a bar down here called Your Mom's House, so that's actually a real place. Sorry, guys. It's just a gathering of furries. We went to one in Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah,
It
Papa
takes
Pearl.
place on Pearl Street, and the one that we were at, this is the second time that we've gone, and the second time that my hands just swell up from just being too hot. I get too hot, and my body rejects me. That's why I live in Colorado. Because in the winter times it's nice. But I don't fucking like suiting too much. If I could find something that like cooled me off while suiting for 10 hours, like Napple for some reason running around, then I would. But Floofy and Napple have this magic superpower of never dying.
I
Suck
can
it.
reveal to you my secret of my superpower.
Not being fat like me.
Oh, hush, you're not fat.
Oh, you're sweet.
I'm wearing a vest that
The
cools me
cooling
down.
vest.
Yes.
Oh, I need one. I get my bonus, my tax return here soon.
We still haven't done our taxes.
Oh my
I
god.
need to do that.
Napple's bad at this.
Yeah.
I'll send
Napple,
you the
you were
link to it
blonded.
later.
Yeah, is it like the easy cooling vest or something? It's like for cosplayers
Yep.
and furries and
Yep, that's the
yeah,
one.
the one
It's
from the UK.
awesome because there's two different kinds. One gets really cold, but it'll only last for 2 hours, and one gets kind of cold, but it lasts for 4 hours. So you could be sitting around at a con, and then it's you've been doing it for a while, so you need to recharge them. So initially, you'd think you just have to throw them in the freezer and wait a long time for them to freeze. Nope. Actually, all you got to do with these, put them in ice water for 20 minutes, and boom, good to go for another 4 hours.
That's not bad.
Unfortunately, as far as your hands getting all sweaty and swelling up, don't know what to do about that, besides just take off the paws.
Yeah. That's the worst part too, is like I have to take them off and then like I can't even like close my hands. And I've started noticing like oh, Napple just made like a weird body jerk.
I had a cold chill.
But like my like even just at work, like running around and carrying things, I'm like I'm sweating, man, and I look at my hands and they're swelled up and red and I'm like this sucks. Maybe I should look into that. Maybe I just have a bad body and I just need to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Just take my whole skin off.
Just chuck yourself in the trash.
I'm trash. Well,
Maybe
as an
if you
eco-friendly
had some
person.
new paws that were a little more breathable, that would help. Oh,
Hey, just to let you know, I am
where
going
could you
to.
get those? Who could make those?
I am in the process of possibly looking around, and more details
Ooh.
to be decided later. We'll talk about fursuiting making stuff later.
Okay.
I don't have any other questions except for my Floofy questions. So Floofy questions, get all my Floofy questions.
Do all your floofy questions.
My second, I forgot this is how I wrote it, but my second question is, why the heckin' are you so green?
Okay. So I am as green as I am, for a kind of a funny reason. So, when I initially got interested in the fandom, and actually, before I get into it, let me tell you something, real quick that you'll find funny. And I actually told Dylan this at Denver. So I was scrolling through TikTok when I like just installed it. I wasn't in the fandom yet or anything,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden a furry popped up, and guess who it was?
Napple?
Napple Apple.
Oh!
Napple Fusa.
That's me!
Yes, you were the first furry to ever show up on my For You page, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I like that.
And then you were like,
after
kick
that,
rocks, and you
my entire For You
blocked them.
page was filled with furries. So, and that initially got me interested. So I started looking at fursuit prices and all that, and I'm like, owie.
Yes. Oh.
Ain't that the
So-
truth?
So I started off originally with a fur dino mask that I commissioned for a few $100, and I just started making TikToks with that. And it was fun for a little while, but I kept seeing all these other fursuits, and I'm like, I really want a real fursuit. Okay. So it's clear I want a fursuit. I cannot afford a fursuit, and even if I do take out a loan, I don't know how long it's going to be until I get it.
Yeah.
So, the heck with it. I'm going to make it myself. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I am going to look
Just
up
gonna go
things.
for it.
Oh, I made my first head. I bought like a foam base online from Etsy, and then took it to my friend Dion's house and was like, Dion, teach me to sew better. And Dion taught me to sew better. Now the head's made, and then I'm like, cool. My other friend, I think, made my tail, and then I think Dion made my paws. But I was like, I can't afford that. So I only had a partial and for a while until, I got my suit now. But yeah, I went into debt. I spent almost like $4,000 on it.
So, back to what I was saying. What was it? Where was I at? Oh, so I knew I wanted a fursuit. Knew I was gonna commission one, so I was gonna make it myself. And I came up with like, okay, well, my favorite animal is my favorite dog breed is a golden retriever. So I'm like, okay, we're going with golden retriever. I'm making this myself, so there is no way I'm gonna make a bunch of complex patterns and all that, getting all crazy with it. Like, it's gonna be basically one color. And somebody sent me a message on Discord, and I was incredibly loud. I need to mute that.
I mean, the last episode had
so-
Telegram going boing,
Yep.
boing, and I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
gonna go kill my
I
roommate.
noticed. So I'm like, okay, we're just gonna do pretty much one color. Favorite color, green. Okay, green dog. I got a really green dog, and at this point, it's all still just in my head. I'm like, okay, what the heck is his name gonna be? Like, all right, he's a green dog. And my favorite gum is Spearmint. And what's funny is a very typical hater comment is fatherless, blah blah. But it's because of my dad that I chose that name because even to this day, he still always has a pack of spearmint gum on him.
Oh, that's cute.
Ah.
So that is basically why I am so green because of laziness. I'm like, I'm not gonna go crazy with this. I'm gonna choose one color, and that green was on the dino head that I commissioned. And I'm like, okay, I like this green. We're doing all this green, but and then lighter green because golden retrievers have their initial golden color, and then like underneath them is the lighter yellowish color.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is why I am so green.
I just want to point out if anybody likes the other cooling mint flavor, not spearmint, the cooling mint, it's the blue pack, you're incorrect and wrong, and you should be arrested. And are you not a spearmint like gum person, Napple? Don't give me that face. Napple's giving me the face, Floofy.
How
I
dare!
just am fat and I like all gum.
You know you're not supposed
just-
to eat the gum, right?
Yum, 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 yum.
Yeah, you can't swallow it. Didn't you hear? Back in elementary school, they told me that it goes into your stomach for like 7 years.
That's a lie, but okay.
It is a lie, yeah, but that's what I heard in elementary school.
It's
so
funny
means
that we've
true.
all heard that lie. Where the heck did that start from?
Public school, am I right? Did you guys hear the one about Marilyn Manson? What's his name? Manson? Charles Manson? That's the murderer.
Charles Manson's the murderer.
Yeah, Marilyn Manson is the singer. Did you hear about his ribs?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Did
I
you
Oh,
hear
yeah,
about
I heard about
everybody
that
heard
one.
about his ribs.
Okay. Yeah, so we're all good. Yeah, this is public school talk. Let's see. My next question. How many questions? How many conventions have you been to?
Let's see. First one ever was Furry Migration, 2022,
Mm-hmm.
and then Anthrocon last year, and last year I was went to a lot of cons, well, a lot for me. Went to Anthrocon, went to Denver, and MFF. So 4 conventions.
Sheesh.
All right. Out of those 4, what was your best con experience?
Best con experience.
And you don't have to say us just because we're here. We know it's probably not. Just kidding.
Well, I mean, obviously, it was the whole best convention was definitely that Denver because of I only was there because of you, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
because
getting
Floofy
into all
wasn't
sorts
gonna
of shenanigans.
go. He's like, I didn't get a room, so I can't go. And I was like, incorrect. I have a room. You're in my room now. Suck it. You're coming.
Well, it was like it was mostly like Napple or Floofy, you're going to Denver, right? And then Floofy's like, no, I don't have a room. And then Napple sees it and immediately hops in the chat on Telegram and was like, incorrect, eat shit, shut up.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, shut up. I hate you. Not really, but you're coming. Haha.
Yeah, all caps lock, get your plane. Hello.
And then I got to plane and showed up.
Yay.
Yay. I think honestly, wow, my voice went really nerdy for a second. Honestly, I think driving you to the train station was the saddest leaving a con experience I've had. Because I was like, I feel so bad. Like, you were so sad. And I was like, I feel so bad. Floofy's great. And now he's leaving. And he's crying.
I
And now I'm
told
gonna
you
cry.
ahead of time, like, okay, just so you know, when I
I'm
have to
probably gonna
leave, when
cry.
we say goodbye, I am not probably. I was 100% sure I was gonna cry.
I was
like-
just like,
I
poor
did.
Floofy.
I didn't like you drove him away, but like when we were saying goodbye at like the I almost said the hospital. That's not right. The convention.
Goodbye, Floofy.
Goodbye.
You will be missed.
We were hugging at the entrance because we were saying bye, and it was just like a super long hug, and it was just like I don't want Floofy to go.
I don't want to go.
You are
I like it here. I want to stay here.
you are coming
Like, I'll
back
go
to
home.
Denver's like exploded carcass. Are you coming this year?
Oh yes, I'm definitely coming to Denver this year.
I'm
Yay.
really tempted to do a volunteer for the convention, but giving them like, hey, I will volunteer to help keep this con running, but you're not going to have me every single day for every single hour for every single fucking minute.
Right.
Like I thought about
Actually,
it.
it's funny. I've told some of my friends like, what cons are you planning to go to this year? I'm like, well, Anthrocon. I have to go to Denver. Like, why do you have to go to Denver? Like, because I am pretty convinced that if I tell Luca and Apple, sorry, I can't go to Denver, they will find me and kidnap me and bring me. So
Oh,
yes, I'm
100%.
going.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you can't hide.
you, wait, we know where you live.
Yeah, we have Zenly. We can find you. Just kidding.
Yeah. Um, but I would say my favorite like single experience that was at Anthrocon. It was one of the instances where I didn't have anywhere planned to go. I didn't go to a panel or anything. I was just wandering, and I recognized a fursuit, and it was my favorite fursuit maker, Spirit Panda Studios.
Oh, heck yeah.
And I'm actually a part of her Telegram group because I joined her Patreon, and I get to know all of her little fursuit making secrets. And being a part of that chat, if I ever have a question, I can just ask it in there. And there's uh, if she doesn't get to it right away, which she usually does, there's a bunch of other fursuit makers in there that can help me out. So yeah, I was just wandering Anthrocon, and I see her suit, Bamboo the Dutch Angel Dragon. I was like, oh my god!
I
And
feel like
I was
is
so
that
happy.
is that the black and white duchy that's on TikTok?
TikTok,
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
That is the
I
one.
looked into like their fursuits because I was looking at possibly getting a 2.0. Still undecided.
Yeah, but that was definitely my favorite con experience.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah. All right, Napple,
Huh?
your turn to apps question.
Okay, here's my last question. If wait, what? No. Who would you like to make your suit given the chance? If you didn't use your magic baloney skills and being like
Magic baloney skills.
and making your own
Baloney skills, I love that.
making your own suit like a magic man, who would you want to make your suit?
Well, pretty much answered it already, I guess.
Yeah, Spirit.
I would definitely have Spirit Panda do it.
Yeah.
Me too.
Napple, anybody could make your fursuit and you'd be happy with it.
I would.
I like fursuit.
I like fursuit.
Yeah, that's a good maker. I follow them. They're one of like the only furries that I like actually follow that's not in like my friend group.
Right, yeah.
Because I really don't follow a lot of furries. And Napple found this out last episode. Because we're like,
dare
fursuit
you.
crush. Oh, no, that was not the last episode, the episode before. It was like, fursuit crush. And then Napple's like, this person. And I'm like, who? And you're like, oh my god. We are
Yeah,
literally
I'm
friends
like-
with them.
Oh yeah, I'm like,
Like,
this
who's
person-
that?
Freaking Arthur.
Yeah, Arthur. And you're like, oh yeah, and this person. Or yeah, you're like, Mangusu. And this is like third or second time that you've told me that. And I'm like, who? Are you talking about Rue? And you're like, no, not the Rue. You're dumb, Luca.
It's funny because I was listening to that episode, and yeah, I've only actually been in the fandom for 2 years, so a lot of the names I had no idea. But I did know Arthur because I am friends with them on TikTok.
Yeah.
He is Moots, and yeah, their suit, it's a big old head and that massive tail.
Yep.
I love it so much.
Yeah, it was the first time I've ever seen their fursuit. Again, sorry, Arthur. I hope you're not listening because I don't want to be embarrassed if I ever meet you in person.
You're gonna be like, ha, I didn't
Napple's
know
gonna
you
be like,
existed.
oh my god, Arthur, it's so good to finally see you in person again. By the way, Luca fucking hates you and doesn't know you. And then I'll just be in the corner crying. Like, I'm sorry.
And then me and Arthur could just beat you up with our tails.
Yeah. No shit. Which tail, though? Are you using the long one or the short one? Are you bouncing dad ass or are you just
No,
picking it up and
I'd
smacking
just
me?
whip you with it.
Okay.
I'd use the long one and just be like, and then Arthur could just sit on you when you would die.
Maybe. I might end up rolling away from being fat.
That would be a hilarious video, though. Just pummeling with two massive fursuit tails.
We're gonna have to do that.
Remember when you didn't know who I was on the podcast? I'm sorry. Smack, 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 smack. Poor Arthur. I'm sorry, okay, Arthur. I care about you a lot. I'm gonna ask one more question about Floofy, and then we'll move on to the different ages in the fandom, since you guys are birthday peoples.
We are the birthday peoples.
Yee,
Floofy, do you have one number one fursuit crush and one number one not fursuit furry crush?
Let's see.
Say it with your chest. You got this.
Let's see. Fursuit crush. Well, does it have to be like, oh, I love this person, or is it just like I love their suit?
Either or. Honestly, like most of my fursuit crushes was like, oh, I love I forgot their fucking name already. Pineapple Fox, and it's not because of his fursuit, it's because of his body style, body type.
Well, I actually don't know a lot of fursuiters, like what they look like outside of their suit.
Yeah. Well, you can even just do it based on what their suit looks like. I mean, that's how I am with Ozone Shark.
One fursuit crush I know off the top of my head, and it's funny because I've seen them at every single con I've been to, besides Furry Migration, but I have no idea what they look like outside of suit. Kovu.
Oh,
Husky.
ooh,
Oh, yeah,
Kovu. Guess who I'm seeing in April?
Yes, you're seeing Kovu because you're going to convention that they put together. Right,
Yeah.
right? They put that one together, right?
Well, because Kovu's a family member, and I saw them at MFF 2022, and Kovu was like, yeah, you guys should totally come to Furcation Land. And I was like, don't know what that is, but why? And he goes, because it's in Maine. And my instant reaction was, oh, they have such cheap lobster out there. It wasn't, oh yeah, we'll come to the convention because it's a convention. I was more worried about being fat and getting food. And Kovu's like, if you go to the convention, I will personally buy you a lobster. And I'm like, yes! So it has been a goal to go, because we weren't able to go last year because we were broke, and haha, Napple, you're poor. Poor, you got no money. You have to do it at least once per episode. But, yeah, I just also didn't have the funds for that. But, yeah, now we're going this year. So, yeah, Kovu family member. I love Kovu. And I gotta still talk to him about certain things.
Yee.
Yeah, I like Kovu.
Let's see. What was the other question? Crush, like non-furry crush, or?
Oh yeah, so
Yeah,
your favorite
like-
fursuit crush, like as in a fursuiter, and then your favorite anthropomorphic character crush, like Napples is the carpet from Aladdin.
No, I
That's
said
right.
Robin Hood
I remember
originally. Robin Hood originally. Shut up. Yay.
But yeah, so like a character in any kind of like show, video game, movie, etc., etc.
Well, I grew up watching a lot of Looney Tunes,
Yeah.
so I think I'd have to go with Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, the OG.
Yeah. I'm a Tunes lover, so I feel that.
I am surprised I don't have a Bugs Bunny tattoo.
I really want to get like a Robin Hood tattoo, like Oodalali or something.
I have like 3 Pokemon tattoos.
What kind of Pokemon tattoos you got?
So the first one I got, at first glance, it looks like a traditional style sparrow. It's just the art style of it.
Yeah.
But I wanted that tattoo, but I wanted it to, look different. I didn't want to just have the same thing a bunch of other people have.
Yeah, like a
So
sticker.
it's actually a Pidgeot.
Oh.
And then I have Eevee tattooed on my left thigh. Eventually, I'm going to get all the evolutions, but that is a lot of time, pain, and money. So
Yeah, and who's to say they don't just start adding more too?
Yeah, no kidding. Like, oh, now we got all these ones too. We added 4 more. Like, oh, okay. Zzz, oh,
Yeah, I think
and
I think
then
I
I
saw
have
your Eevee tattoo.
yes. You. I believe I showed you my Eevee. Um, you probably saw the other one because that wraps around my entire left leg, the bottom half. I've got
Mm-hmm.
red Gyarados.
I didn't see that. I wasn't looking
I
at
did.
your ankles.
I was. Ankles.
Mapple's nasty. Just kidding.
Yeah, that one wraps around my entire leg, and if you look close, there's splashing water around it, and there's actually a few hidden gold Magikarps in there.
Oh, that's super sick.
Yay! Oh yeah, those are all the Pokemon tattoos I have as of now. There will definitely be more in the future, because I
That's
am a
super cool.
Pokemon nerd.
I really want to get a Haxorus tattoo. Why did my voice do that? Sorry. I really want to get a Haxorus, and then I want to get an Oshawott because I think Oshawott cute and he adorable. In my Pokemon Black and White, I had a level 100 Japanese Oshawott, and I didn't let him level up because he was not allowed to.
Like, no, you will stay this forever.
Yeah, you are adorable. Shut up. Oh, I have a good question for you because me and Napple are not very well versed in this topic. You are a VR chat furry. So you
Yes.
do stuff in VR chat. What kind of interactions would you say are very similar to like personal interactions in the real world versus what's different about the interactions in like the virtual space?
Um, Virtual reactions, just initial ones are pretty similar, because the thing is, a lot of people will get a VR headset and get into VR chat thinking, all right, this is going to help with my social anxiety. I'm in a cool avatar. It's not, actually me, so it should help. It does
Yeah.
not. It does not help at all. But
Yeah.
eventually, it kind of come out of your shell a little bit and start talking to people more. Me personally, I don't like going to public instances because a lot of immature children on there, and I'm always in a furry avatar, so right
Oh
away,
yeah.
oh
And
my
they make a
god,
huge
furry, ew,
deal.
furry, why you a furry? Like, okay, and blocked. Oh, that's a wonderful thing I wish real life had. Like, someone's bugging you, being annoying. Okay, block, and poof, they're gone
Just a
forever.
block button in real life where you could just someone comes up and they're like, "I need to speak to your manager," and you just block them. That would be nice. And how would you
Yeah.
say that they're? Was that the same or was that the different?
That part was the same.
Okay.
Different is because in VR you can go to basically any kind of world you can think of
Mm-hmm.
and just have fun there. So you could just initially you start off hanging out with your friends. You're just in a world that's literally like a house or an apartment or something, and you're all just kind of there vibing. You can even play pool. Um, and then the next you go to this world and like you're shooting a bunch of zombies, or um, you can you can play Mario Kart, but like you're actually in the cart.
Oh,
And
that's
oh
super
my
neat.
gosh, motion sickness is real.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. Napple has this huge problem of getting sick in cars. I feel like that would not go very well for them.
Oh, they would throw up like in 5 seconds.
I don't doubt that.
That reminds me, there I'll have to search for it, but I know that there's like because people they make these avatars like they'll literally go in Blender and just take a shape and then after so many hours turn it into an actual avatar.
Yeah.
There is one that's an otter, I swear looks just like yours.
Oh, it's probably the one my friend made.
I'm not sure. Aha, I found it.
You found my character thing model
The one
for
that
VR
looks like
chat?
you. I'm gonna
Oh,
I'm gonna send it on Discord.
I am looking at my phone. You might hear a ding. Holy fuck, that does look like me. What the hell?
Right?
What's the name of that model?
It's literally called Woe in Otter.
That model is called Woe and Otter, like the yellow one?
Yeah, the every single one of those is the same avatar. It's just the
That's funny. That's
textures have been
literally
changed
you.
a little.
Yeah, that is literally me. That's so fucking funny. I might have to get in contact with them. And be like, hey, can I have that model, please?
Heck, you wouldn't even need to commission anybody to retexture it. Like that, there it is.
Exactly.
Done.
Because the thing is my character has the green eyes and has like that whitish chest. I wonder if it was modeled after me at some point. That's crazy.
Honestly, I think it was. That's just so similar.
It's just uncanny.
Yeah, it's literally pretty much just freaking you.
Yeah, there's like no difference at all in the entire face. It even has those things on the face like that kind of everybody thinks is like a fox marking. That's insane. Wow. This person's gonna have to talk to my lawyer. Napple, you're my lawyer. Be a lawyer right now. What would you say?
Stop it.
Case closed.
Case closed. Objection.
Ah, overruled. All right, so on to our... Oh my gosh, my brain pooped. On to our next topic with our beautiful, wonderful guest, Floofy. Again, Floofy, say hi, just because we love you.
Hi.
Perfect. So our next topic is about ages and different ages in the fandom and why it's important to know the different ages in the fandom. So Napple, this was a topic you came up with. You had your 2 brain cells work again.
Brain cells.
What you doing?
Trying to get to the other thingy. Here we go. Okay, now I got my doohickey up.
I want to see. I don't have a question for this go around. Do you have a question by chance?
Like, question about
Ages for us to answer, for all of us to answer.
Oh. No. I guess here's a controversial one, since this kind of blew up on TikTok a little bit ago.
Oh, jeez.
Do you
Ooh,
think...
controversy.
Ooh, controversy.
Oh, I think I know this question already.
Do you think minors and youngins should be in the fandom?
Yes,
Yes.
but I'm going to say yes, but with a very loud exclamation but. The word but, B-U-T, not B-U-T-T.
But...
Minors, but. Yes. So I feel like it's another place for someone to feel accepted.
Yeah.
It's like the LGBTQ plus. That is a huge controversial topic, in which case people are upset that, oh, you were teaching my son about like Stonewall, or they should not have to know about Pride Month or whatever because, you know, religion and
all schnobbly.
all that schnobbin-gobbin. And I feel like it's kind of the same thing. Yes, furries are seen as more of like a nuisance and we're like all gay, but you're not. You are queer.
I mean, I'm pan. So
I lied.
I'm kind of gay.
I was saying like you're in the LGBTQ, but you are married to a cis man.
Cis straight male.
Yeah, a cis straight male. So, like, not everyone is lesbian or homosexual, gay, or whatever. I just feel like if you compare the two, like the LGBTQ and the furry fandom, there's a lot of similarities in how people perceive children being involved in those spaces.
Yeah.
And it's an accepting place. If a child comes out as gay, they should be accepted no matter what. If they're a furry, they should be accepted and invited no matter what, to an extent.
I think minors in the fandom is great because it's such an expression of yourself. You know, you can make all these characters, it can be whatever you want. However, there is obviously an adult side to the fandom, and unfortunately, the media likes to label us all as perverts, which, sure, a
Excuse
lot of
you.
us
I
are, but
identify as a pervert.
Nobody uses that term anymore.
oh jeez.
That's gonna be in one of our episodes. The
But
vocab one.
I think it's wonderful, when uh, kids, minors like have an interest in the fandom because I mean there is a lot of anthropomorphic animations out there, like kids shows and all that. They're filled with all these talking animals, so it's obvious that they'd become interested. However, yes, there's an adult side, which is why at cons, after a specific time, all the kiddos have to leave because then adult stuff happens
Adult things.
and kids don't need to be anywhere around that.
Same thing. I mean, there won't be a furry fandom if there ain't no youngins. And there was, like I said, the big thing on TikTok where somebody was like, they need to wait until they're like 18, and it's like,
Did you?
did I say that?
No. Did you, as in like to the person, did you wait until you were 18?
No.
Did you join the fandom when you were young?
No. And I don't think that's the right term that I'm thinking of, but it's one of those things. It's like, yes, we need the youngins to continue the fandom, but then it's also like
No one really is out here indoctrinating them either.
I know. Literally, my freaking 10-year-old niece.
Is that my dog?
Dylan might be back.
Oh, that's true. Sorry. Again, we're in my house and my dog is allowed. We're not at Apple's house this time, but my dog is also loud. We're not with Pan. We're with Beck Butthole.
Stink butthole Beck.
Yeah.
But he's whining upstairs. But we need kids in the fandom. But then it's like, yes, you also get the kids who are like the 14, 15, like 10 to 15 age range who are suddenly like Puritan. It's like, we need to clean up the furry fandom. And it's like, the furry fandom was started on kink, and it's gonna stay whether you like it or not.
Well, I mean, that's how people act like still, even to this day, again, back to the comparison of LGBT and
with
furry.
pride and stuff.
Is that people still think, oh, well, Pride Fest is all about kink. It's not.
It's not.
It could possibly have been, and if you go to the San Francisco one, 100% you're gonna see some schlong and paginga. Maybe some tatas if you're at it too, which that's where I'm trying to go to. San Francisco. But it's like, it could have been started as a kink thing to go, hey, we're celebrating our stuff. And I don't know for a fact, so I'm not gonna be saying that that's what it is. But you have to remember that we as a community move further and further, and we start opening up spaces to be safe.
Yeah.
To be accepting. To be okay for these young kids.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, they're not allowed in those weird, freaky spaces.
As long as they try and stay out of those freaky spaces, you get the youngins who are trying to push themselves into those adult spaces, and that's when we're like, no.
That's when we start Hadouken! Punch!
Don't, you can't do that. No.
Floofy, you're so much nicer. We're over here like, punch, kick, it's all in the mind.
Beat him up, boom, boom. Floofy's just like, no. So I have a story.
Yes. Oh, you said you were going to tell me a story.
Yeah, this is the story.
And now Floofy can hear the story too,
Yeah.
in real time.
In real time.
Story time.
Story time, yay. It is that time of year again. They come out in droves and they mug you of your money. For
Children.
cookies.
Oh, Girl Scout cookies.
Yes. So obviously Girl Scout cookies are popping up everywhere.
As they should. They should pop up in my freezer more often.
I have some right here, and I'm gonna tell the story and eat one at the same time like a fat ass.
Floofy, I have a question really quick before we talk about Girl Scout cookies. Do you like Thin Mints, and do you freeze them?
Yes and yes.
Thank you. Napple doesn't freeze their Thin Mints.
I've never heard of freezing Thin Mints. I'm so fat that I don't want to wait that long.
Okay, we're gonna put a quick little pin in this before Napple continues, and I'm gonna grab you my frozen Thin Mints because I have a box upstairs.
Oh, apparently he's gonna grab me some because he's a noodle.
I need you to try them
Yes,
on the
you
podcast
need
and
it.
tell me if they're good. That's the thing. Because if you say no, then we're gonna stop the podcast.
If I don't like these frozen Thin Mints, we're gonna stop the podcast and we're not gonna be friends anymore. Oh, Jiminy Christmas, here
I
he is.
have frozen Thin Mints. Speaking of Girl Scout cookies.
Wow, cookies. Alright. It's just gonna taste like a cold Thin Mint.
Don't judge it.
Alright, here we go.
You uncultured beast.
Wow, it smells like a cold Thin Mint. It feels like a cold Thin Mint.
I just lost all my Thin Mints. Is that a good or a bad thing? Napple, you're making a face. I'm offended.
I can't see the face.
It's like a humbug. It's the kind of face. It looks like Tiny Tim just walked in and Napple's like, bah, Christmas. Yes, no, yeah, okay, I'm gonna freak out if you don't start talking.
Apple got a mouthful of cookie. It's hard to talk.
The first bite tasted really weird. It doesn't have the same flavor as a normal one.
I'm eating, nom 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 nom. Way better. I still think they're way better.
Y'all are full of beans.
Yeah.
So Napple's incorrect and has the wrong opinion.
Blah, 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 blah.
Anyways, continue about your Girl Scout cookie story. Oh, you're eating. Hold on. We're going to take a small little pause, put a pin in it.
Apple ASMR. Yum, 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 yum.
Reported.
Oh, no.
Deported.
Girl Scout, going to Safeway with my husband, doopy doopy doo, and there's Girl Scout cookies, and I'm like, Dylan's like, no, we can buy them cheaper inside, like literally, and I'm like, too bad. So, as we're walking over there, the little girl, it's mom and a little girl, and she turns around to grab some boxes to put on the table, and she's wearing a little tail.
What?
She's wearing a little wolf tail of some sort. And I was
Like, is it like the real wolf tails, or is it like
No.
a... Oh!
just like a one that was made for her. She made it herself. And I was like, is this child a tiny furry? So we go up and we're buying it. I'm like, I like your little tail. She's like, thanks. I'm like, are you a little furry? She's like, yeah. And I was like, oh. And like, you know, she's a little
The
girl.
Safeway by my house?
No.
Oh, I was about
Safeway-
to go find this child.
Safeway by my house.
Ugh.
Just both
What
of
a
you
furry.
show up in
Squeeze,
full
what's your
suit.
persona?
I was like, you know, are you
Yeah, we could do that.
are you a furry? And she's like, yeah, and I'm also Therian. I'm like, oh crap, me too. And then it's like, Dylan and this mom are just looking at us while we're spewing about furries and being Therians, and
Yeah.
we're like, blah, 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 blah. And she was so excited that like an adult knew what she was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It was just really cute. And then I bought a crap ton of cookies.
I would have.
It was so cute. I mean, mom was really sweet. She's like, whatever makes her happy. I don't care.
Hey,
She's
that's
like,
the right attitude.
I'm trying to get her to buy me a dino mask. And I'm like, man, if I would have known, I would have brought like the 20 million that I have.
Honestly, what you should have done, and if you do end up going to that Safeway again, just see if they're out there, and then say, hey, it's good to see you again.
Buy more cookies.
Started choking. Ugh. Mom, can I have your phone number, and I can bring a dino mask, or like give one to you or whatever for them. They can make it themselves, you know.
Yeah.
That's what you should have done.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Oh well, sorry kid, you suck.
You suck. Haha. Nah, she was a cute little thing.
Never buying cookies again. They weren't frozen. Do you have any cute kids stories that you've come in contact with, Floofy?
Yes. So, I told you all the furry conventions I went to, but
Yeah.
there is one convention that's local to where I'm at now. That was just like a Comic-Con convention type deal. So I
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
like
yeah.
furry or anything, but I showed up in full suit, and so did a few other local furries. And I was just wandering around, as I tend to do. I like to wander.
A
Yeah.
And
wanderin'.
this little kid, I swear he must have been like maybe 8, 9, just a little guy.
The little guy.
Just says, "Hi, Floofy." I was not wearing like a name badge or anything like that. He knew me from TikTok.
Aww. I've got a parent who watches me, and the kid is like 2 or 3, young, and anytime mom gets on TikTok, he likes to come and he watches TikTok with his mom,
Yeah.
and I'll pop up on screen, and nap, 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 and he gets all excited, nap, nap, and I'm like, and then I die because it's so cute, and I wish to perish.
That made me tear up. That's so cute. Children
It's
are
adorable.
precious.
I know.
Children will run the world someday. Oh my god. I'm crying. I'm so tired after crying now.
You didn't even like cry. You're just like boop, boop, boop.
I teared up and I was like, "Ugh, all right, done for the night.
Oh man, all those emotions. I'm
We're
out.
knocked out. Yeah, we're done for the night. No, I had a really cute interaction with a kid. And this was at Denver 2019, I want to say, when we were still at the Royal Crown Plaza. And I'm walking through, I think it was like the Artist Alley area, and there's this little 4-year-old kid with a fursuit. Already adorable. Like, small fursuit. And you're like, oh my god, that is a tiny baby with a tiny little fursuit. That's adorable and cute. And like, I saw him in suit, and I was in suit, and like, the mom and dad was trying to get him to hug me, and I like bent down and I was like, hey kid, what's up? Like trying to give him a hug. And the kid was like, no. And I was like, okay, whatever, fuck you too, kid. And I get up and walk away. And then like the next day we're walking through the Artist Alley. Well, the kid sees me, and from the other side of the fucking Artist Alley, doggies, wait! And I like stopped and I turned around. And I just see this little tiny 4-year-old kid in like a partial fursuit just tap, 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 just running at me, and his parents are just slowly walking behind. And I like get down on my knees and I'm like, hey, and the kid runs up and gives me like the biggest hug ever. And he's like, I like your dogs. And I was like, thanks. And I went out and I was like, fucking kid doesn't know shit. No, I'm just kidding.
This kid don't know fucking shit.
No, but I was like, that was adorable.
That's so cute.
My god. Need more interactions like that. So what about, since we just went on like a fucking 20-minute rant about children instead of doing the whole ages thing, do you have any issues or any fun experiences with teens? I feel like all of my interactions with teens make me want to punch, kick, it's on the mind. Hadouken, smash, boom.
Hulk smash.
Yeah. I could just drop them on the head with my heel. Just lift it up and down. Boom, right there into the ground.
Mine are usually relatively okay.
Nice.
I
What's that like?
I don't think I've actually had an interaction where most of the time it's just teens coming to get pictures. Like, they probably make fun of me behind closed doors, but I mean, they don't come up and they're like, hey, look, a furry, hey, let's take pictures. I mean, most of the time they're just like, cool, can I get a picture? I'm like, yeah, sure. And a lot of the time they're like, I really wanted a suit when I grew up, but my friends thought it was weird. And I go, aw, those are shitty friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about the same with me. I haven't really had any
Just suck.
negative experiences in person. Yeah, same thing. I'm pretty sure I've had some teens that came up and asked for a picture. I'm sure they're talking all kinds of smack later, like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, look at this weirdo I took a picture with. But the interaction with me is positive. So, oh, yeah, okay, whatever. Talk all the crap you want. I don't care.
That's nice. I wonder what that's like. I guess I'm just the kind of person that, like, fucking people hate. Why me? What did I do? I don't understand. I've
Yeah,
had,
people
like...
tend to only be confident in saying mean things if it's behind a screen.
Not what I've experienced. Especially at Arvada Tales. Ugh. I've had such shitty experiences at Arvada Tales.
I only went once, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I've had like teens. They were teens, but I called them kids. They were like dumping the blue slushy next to my suit, or trying to rip my fucking teeth out of my fursuit. Like, and I'm just looking at the parents like, I'm gonna drop kick your kids. You better fucking look before they die. You're gonna have to rebirth them 13 years more. How do you feel about that, lady? Get off your fucking phone. These kids are gonna perish. Just freaking out.
That is a very justifiable reaction. If some kids are dumping like slush or trying to mess with your fursuit or like pulling on your tail or anything, it's on.
Yeah, no.
It's on. Let's go. Let's fight.
Like, and the thing is
Like,
my
all right,
roommate.
just fling the paws off, crack knuckles. All right, you started this. I'm finishing it.
Yeah, drop the elbow. Boom, right on their noggin. Goodbye, temple.
You also get some people are just stupid. You get the adults. I have so many adults. It's usually adult men who come up. If I'm in suit, doesn't matter if I'm full suiting or partialing, they grab the tail and they yank.
Really?
Yes. I've had more problems with adults fucking with me than any of the young ones or teens. Like online, obviously you get a lot of the teenagers that are like, KYS, stop being a furry, blah, blah, blah. That's just online. But like in real life, where they're too scared little babies to face me. The adults, yeah, the adults.
Drop, kick, punch.
Yeah, the adults
They
will
don't
come up
expect
and they pull my tail. I've had them like grab my ear and tilt it, and I'm like, my whole ass face is in there. Can you please not do that? Thanks.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never had an adult do that. What about you, Floofy?
I haven't had anybody like mess with my suit, but I remember at Denver, this adult guy, you know, like one comment some kids like to say online, goofy, furry. He literally did.
Goofy,
He
furry.
was like, he looked at me like, and I just looked around. I'm like, are you good? Yeah,
You okay?
the guy that's dressed up in a giant green dog costume thinks you're crazy. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, I mean, any experiences I've had with like adults, besides obviously the adults not watching their fucking kids.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I should drop kick the parents too.
Some parents suck.
These hands are rated E for everyone. Are you tuned enough? No. No, like fucking. I've never had an adult come up and like start pulling on something. Like usually, if a guy walks up to me, they just go, "What the fuck is this?" Or they're just like kind of dicks about it.
Yeah.
But they're asking me in like a very dickish way.
Yeah.
But anytime like I've had an adult like mom come up or something, they just go, "What's going on here? Like what is
That's usually
this?"
how it is. Like the moms are all nice and like that's exactly how they ask. What's going on here? What is this?
Yeah, what is this? This
Are you
is
guys
this
mascots?
looks fun.
Are you from a video game?
Yeah, like, and it's usually they're like, "Oh, Jerry, can you take a picture of us?"
Yeah,
and they're getting
pretty much.
picture, and the dad's like, "Oh God, this is fucking creepy." Like we scare the adult like thick 6'5" males than we do like the little 5'6" moms
Moms.
that are like, "I take my kids to soccer in a Range Rover."
In a Range Rover. In my big minivan.
Yeah. I drive a Chrysler Town and Country.
Well, that also kind of leads into the... I love the furry fandom, but I also hate the furry fandom.
Why?
Like I said, where people are like... You get some of the dinguses that are like, no minors in the furry fandom. But then it's like when you get to become a gray muzzle, people are like, nobody cares what you say. You're an old man or an old lady.
Yeah,
Why are you still in
We're
the
the new
fandom?"
generation. It's like, shut the fuck
It's
up.
like, shut up. Shut up. It's like, you don't want newbies. You don't want these old people.
Are we all just supposed to stay 26 forever?
Like, Zarafa is a gray muzzle. He's literally, I don't know. Zarafa, how old are you now?
Zarafa's
Old.
not listening. Zarafa doesn't like us.
I hope Zarafa likes me. Zarafa's an old man. He's got pitch white hair. I love Zarafa so freaking much.
Really quick, Floofy, for those that don't know what a gray muzzle is, give us the definition in your words of what a gray muzzle is.
Honestly, I'm not quite sure what exactly the age is that defines gray muzzle, but
I thought you were
if
about to say
I'm
you didn't know what a
correct,
gray
it,
muzzle
it
was.
should be, I think it's 30 and above.
For
Am I
a
wrong?
gray muzzle?
30 year.
You're a gray muzzle.
I am a gray muzzle now. Me and Floofy.
I'm still a child.
You are.
I'm a minor.
Like me personally, I feel like maybe like
I feel like 45 or something.
that's exactly what I was gonna say. Probably 45 and above. Definitely like 50 and above.
Usually people in their 30s are about that bear. Like they're
You're-
the
instead of-
dad bear stage.
We're not gray muzzles, but we're sprouting little gray hairs. We're starting
Napple's
to...
the dad.
I am the dad. We're starting to sprout the gray hairs before we, like in dog terms, instead of getting sugar dusting faces. Like when dogs get old and their little faces become sugar coated.
Aw, Floofy, you're gonna get sugar dusted faces.
Oh my god. I want to draw a cute, like, old Floofy now. Oh my god. With little sugar face.
I bet Spearmint
I would
as
love
like
to
an
see that.
old man would be so cute.
What?
Spearmint as an old man.
Yeah. You just start turning all gray muzzled. I'm going to draw that now.
Yeah. So, it's not really by definition, but like a gray muzzle is just someone who is older in the fandom.
Yeah.
You know. And the term comes from an animal who is aged, where they get the gray hairs on their face.
Yeah. I'm on Wikifur.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on who one asks, a gray muzzle may be any person involved in the furry fandom before 1991, any furry who is over a certain age, 30, 40, 45, or 50, depending on who you ask, any person who's been in the fandom for a certain period, 5, 10, 15 years. I feel like 5 years still isn't. I wouldn't.
You're still a
consider-
child.
Yeah, you're still a
you
baby.
could at some point in 5 years leave the fandom.
Yeah. And then, yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
I've been in the fandom for 13 years. Jeez, I have.
I've only been in the fandom for 2 years. I kind of
If
just
you've-
dove headfirst into the deep end. Like, okay, I like this. I make fursuit. I do this. Let's go.
Yeah. I've
So
been
if
in
you've been in it for 13, that means that I've been in it for...
2011 is when I got into the fandom. It's almost 13. It'll be 13 in December.
And I was in it in high school, so I'm older than you. It's 13 for December. So I've been in the furry fandom for,
Like 14, 15.
I think, like 15, 16 years.
Dude, Napple, you're old.
I am. I'm an old fart.
Wow.
Wow.
Napple gets a senior discount
I do.
on all dealers and items. It's only like 5%.
I don't really have room to talk because I'm the oldest one here.
You're the oldest one, but you're a baby in the
Yeah,
fandom.
you're a young baby in the fandom. You're a new little...
hatchling.
Just a little
No,
guy.
you're a dog.
Just a little guy.
Little baby guy.
Silly little
baby
green
man.
guy.
Little green bean.
Is this where we get sad and say
Say
goodbye
goodbye.
for now?
Probably.
Before we head out, we do have to go over our little end card,
Yeah, our spiel.
our little spiel. And I also want to thank you so much, Floofy, for being our first guest.
Yeah, being the first, being pretty much our little guinea pig and having to deal with our dumbassery.
Yeah, you're a science experiment, and we're going to figure out how to mutate you later.
Whoa!
I'm looking forward to it, and I really appreciate you two having me on. This has been awesome.
Well, yeah, we missed you. We loved you.
Love the floofies.
Yeah, it's
Me
good to
too,
hear your
too.
voice again.
Yeah, this is actually the first time we've talked. I mean, we sent messages over Telegram and whatnot, but first time we've actually talked since Denver.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to hear your voice. And we definitely will have you on again because God, I mean, we've been talking for 2 hours and there's so much fucking more that I want to talk to you about. And we'll be more prepared next time, maybe.
Yeah.
I'll think about it. I'll think about maybe preparing better. But again, this has been Napples and Bananas featuring the wonderful Floofy Spearmint. Floofy, what is your what is it called? Socials. What's your socials?
Floofy Spearmint.
I am Floofy Spearmint, anywhere you're trying to find me.
Perfect. Makes it easy. Makes it easier than fucking me and Napple.
No, I'm the worst. Like, all of my socials are different.
Yeah. Just look up Napple and you'll end up
Probably,
finding it at some
and you'll
point.
find me at some point.
Yeah. I am Luca the Otter, otherwise known as King of Yellow on TikTok or Luca the Otter on other platforms.
I am a Napple Apple or Napple Fusa on TikTok or Napple Mama on Instagram or
8napple_apple8.
yeah on Twitter. And I forget what my Blue Sky is.
Oh yeah, Blue Sky exists.
Yeah.
And we said it 3 times now, possibly 4. I can't recall what the last 4 episodes end card were. But right now, we are currently on Spotify only. And Spotify is free. I mean, honestly, just download it. but if you don't want to, we are still in the process of trying to work on getting it to other platforms. And by the time you're listening to this, it possibly could be on other platforms. Probably not. We're bad at this. We're still learning. Again, this is an amateur podcast. And if you have any questions that you want us to answer, feel free to send us any questions down below on Spotify, or even send us on our Twitter, which is Napples Bananas on X, Twitter, whatever you decide to call it. So the next episode is coming out on the 19th. Oh. Napple, do you have anything you want to say before we head out?
Cookies aren't that good. I don't know what you're
Okay, well, we're going to stop Napple there because Napple's wrong. But yeah, thanks guys so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I'm pretty sure Napple appreciates it.
I do.
Yeah, and again, one more time, thank you so much to Floofy. We love and appreciate you.
Love you too.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye.